Hi, I'm Mandy, and I'm one of the photographers here today with Bree.
What up?
My favorite date idea is to go to a thrift store together and pick out outfits for each other, and then at the end, you surprise one another with your outfits. Or whatever.
Hi, I'm Bree, your photographer. Really excited to document your day. It's been so much fun. I think I'm also gonna go and answer a favorite date night idea. And let me see. Oh, you know what? One of my favorite dates is playing this game called We're Not Strangers. It comes in like a little red box and has like all these really deep questions and just helps you really get to know your partner. So I feel like that's really fun. I like to get to the meat of the soul. So, deep truths. It's a good date night.
Well, hey Fallon, hey Elyse, congratulations.
We're so happy for you. Such a beautiful wedding. We're going to answer a two-parter. What is our favorite date night idea? And what's some marriage advice that we have for you?
Advice.
So I think when things get tough, it can be easy to let date night go. So that's why we're
Don't let it go.
transitioning to that.
Don't ever let it go.
You are never too old or too busy.
Or too bougie.
Or too bougie for Chinese food on the floor of your house.
Take out, eating it on the floor. It's like,
Put on
no
the
matter
silliest movie you have and eat Chinese food or whatever your favorite takeout food is.
And laugh at
on
each
the
other.
floor. And don't take each other too seriously. Don't take life too seriously. And I think you guys are going to be all right.
What. We love you both. Congratulations.
Congrats. And we're going to see you out there on the dance floor.
Hi, Fallon. Hi, Elyse. This is Keo and Spencer Elliott.
Hello.
And the best advice for, I think, a relationship or marriage is just always clear communication.
Continue to communicate and remember when bad things happen that nothing bad lasts forever.
Nothing bad lasts forever. Yeah.
It seems like it can in the moment emotionally. We project bad things into infinity, but it doesn't. So remember that there's always a brighter day.
Yeah.
And then anything bad you experience and overcome as a couple is strength to you.
And then, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Also,
There you go.
really good advice.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much.
We will be answering multiple prompts, starting with the prompt of what is our favorite memory as a couple with the beautiful people, Elyse and Fallon. John's favorite memory.
You're so awkward. Okay, so it's when we went camping last summer. I can answer my own, thank you. With our dogs in Chain Lakes. Is that what it was called?
Mount Baker.
Yeah, in Mount Baker. It was like very hot. Oh, and there were all those flies. So the only way to stay cool and not have to deal with flies was jump in to the water and swim around. And something happened. Did Wilson break out and was running around? Yeah, he was definitely breaking out. Oh, he was barking at himself across the water. The echo was coming back.
Sounds like him.
Oh, man. Charlie and Archie are such good dogs.
My favorite fact is just that our dogs all love each other. It was instantaneous, and that's how I knew you guys would be our type of people. Because when the dogs get along, things are just easier. We also wanted to answer that prompt, favorite date night or date day activities. We have some ideas. John? Take it away.
I'll share first. So for Valentine's Day 2019, pre-COVID, we had a restaurant that we loved and would go out on date night in Los Angeles called Yuko's Kitchen. And so what I did
Okay. Keep
Hi.
going, don't worry.
Was I printed the menu for Yuko's Kitchen, and I went to Wajimaya, and I got all the ingredients off of what could possibly ordered on the menu, and then I handed the menu to Kelsey and said, Kelsey, what would you like this evening? I know what her favorite food is, so I didn't have to get too many ingredients.
Okay, my favorite date activity, and this is a classic for y'all out there. Go to a town you've never been to with some cute shops and bakeries and stuff. Start somewhere scenic and just park your car and just ramble around all day and eat and drink and just have a day of exploring little towns. There's some great ones in Washington. Port Townsend's really cute. what other
the
towns?
Mount Vernon bike loop.
Mount Vernon.
With the tulips.
You can bike around,
That's crazy.
get some food. It's just fun to get a change of scenery and see something new, especially when it's nice out. We love you guys. We're so glad you're in Tacoma, and grad school wouldn't have been the same without you, Elyse, and I'm so grateful you guys are our friends, and I hope that we just have a lifetime of memories. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We're going to be doing the date idea. We recently discovered this on TikTok, so we can't take credit. But we thought it would fit for Fallon and Elyse, mostly for Fallon. But so you go to a bookstore and you pick out 3 books. One that represents something that you sort of experienced that you thought was really moving for your life. One that represents sort of your relationship with each other, and then one that you just thought the other would enjoy. We went and I picked out 7 books. So you might want to limit yourself.
And then we also decided if you are like her here, then you pick out of her library instead of going and buying new books.
Yes.
Since she has so many books she hasn't read. And I
Which
figured that's
Fallon-
probably the same for a lot of
Fallon has a lot of books.
people.
But
So.
yeah, it's really fun. It's kind of a cool way to kind of, go to a bookstore and have some fun. So we thought that would fit for the couple. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Fallon and Elyse. We did not choose a prompt,
You sound like you just had a seizure.
but we are here to tell you how much we love you. I guess, first of all, Fallon, I'm so proud of you. You've truly become the person that you were always meant to be. You are so authentically you, and I love you so much. I respect you so much. Okay? Say something about Fallon now. And then
Okay,
we'll talk about
so maybe I gotta address 2 things first. Number 1 is I intend to never watch this video, so please, neither
Don't show it
Elyse
to
or Fallon, in whatever circumstances, do not ever, even if you have a back for it, do never ever show it to me. Okay, that's 1. And 2, I also didn't pick a prompt up there because honestly, I found them kind of hard for me to dive in there because a lot of them have been addressed in the speeches out there. They were really amazing. And while I'm rambling on here trying to find something that I can actually say is, this is an amazing weekend, and I'm really glad that I have been able to be a part of it, and glad to see how happy the 2 of you are and shine, and not just today, but over the past year and a half that I know the both of you. And clearly, I wish you both the best. And maybe going into one prompt there, Anna, shut your ears for a second. You can keep your eyes open. So one thing that I would have liked to know in going into marriage before is, it can be a bitch, and
You said what?
I said nothing.
Okay.
And you can also not watch the tape, by the way.
Okay.
But there's good days, there's bad days. You work through it, and I bet the 2 of you will make the best out of it, and I'm proud of you. And you'll have the best summer coming up. And with that, I'll give it back to Banana.
Yes. Now I'll say something about Elyse. Elyse, you are family now. You're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, and that.
I'm so excited to have you as another sister. It's already felt like you're part of our family for a long time now. But I love you so much. I'm so proud to have you as one of us. So congratulations, you guys. So excited. Woo!
Party.
Say woo.
Oh, woo.
I think my father gave the best advice to my husband. You know what? It has to rain for you to enjoy the sunshine. And you know what? That's just what life is all about. It's not all great all the time. But they have a really good friendship. So I think that they are quite amazing together, and they're going to have a great life. So, you know what? Enjoy the rain so you can enjoy the sunshine.
My favorite memory of Fallon. And when she came to us and started working with us, it's kind of a loose term because she became family to us. So I think of Fallon as our extended family. We embrace her, we care about her. We were so happy when she met Elyse, and we're just part of that. When we first learned about it, we were really happy for her.
And we love their dogs.
What?
We love their dogs.
Oh, and their dogs. Oh my God.
Charlie and
So there you go. Fallon's part of our family.
I'm going to talk about my favorite memory of Fallon and Elyse. So I was pretty used to having all of Fallon's attention growing up. So when I first met Elyse, I was a little skeptical because I was like, oh, Fallon's gonna pay attention to someone else. Because, you know, she's like the sister I never had. But obviously, I remember the first time I hung out with Elyse and Fallon together, it was on her boat, and I learned to love Elyse a lot, and I love them together, and they are my favorite people ever, and I'm so happy that they are together.
Okay, one date night idea I would suggest is to go on the hot tub boats in South Lake Union, because those look like a lot of fun.
Zoe.
Fallon.
Elyse.
Archie.
Charlie.
The end.
You got that all right.
So, I like to think that I was Elyse and Fallon's first roommate. As Fallon put on my name tag last night, I was their first roommate. And last night I thought, yeah, I'm your only roommate other than each other. And then I remembered Danny has lived with you guys too.
I had the utmost pleasure of living with both of you. I think it was July 2020 maybe, and it was incredible. We played a lot of good games. We had a lot of good pet snuggles, and I loved it.
So I think that my advice is to have you know that song, A Crowded Table? That's something that I always thought of with you two, about having a crowded table, food for everyone, a big-ass salad bowl, super delicious, and dogs everywhere. So my hope for you would be that you would always have a crowded table. Hopefully I'm there, but like if not, I'll be there in spirit.
My advice comes from my dad, which is unlikely because he's a little bit bizarre, but this was not advice he gave me. It was advice to a couple of strangers that were sitting next to us at dinner one day. And they were celebrating their anniversary, and my dad said something along the lines of, in a relationship, there is no winning an argument, because in the end, you're trying to be in a relationship together, and beating someone else doesn't help your relationship. So there is no winning and no losing, and you just have to come to a conclusion on your own. And I had never heard anything so profound from my dad before, because the only other relationship advice I had gotten from him was, you can marry more money in 5 minutes than you can earn in a lifetime.
Mick Urchevek, everybody. So to our roommates,
we love you.
Come live with us sometime.
Yes, come back.
Your bed is always warm.
I want to play code names.
Yes.
My favorite memory with Fallon, I have a few. One of them was driving home from rowing practice every morning and listening to My Chick Bad very loudly on the ride. And another of mine was when, I can't remember if it was like late at night or after practice or something, but we went behind Xavier, which was my dorm room, where there's this like swoopy driveway that goes like very steeply down and then very steeply up. And we went into that driveway, and she went to the top of it forward and put her car in neutral, and we just swung down and up the backside and then swung back up the front until we lost momentum. It was so fun, but I had so many good memories of driving back from practice with Fallon. We had so much fun together. And then our favorite memory that isn't really Fallon or Elyse, but it's Archie. We dog sat Archie very early in our relationship, I'd say. And we tried to take him on a bike ride and put him in the bike basket, but he was not into it. He was like a little baby. So we had him leashed and kind of like tied in, but not very tightly. And we were going down a hill, and he tried to jump out and almost strangled himself, but he's still alive. So all ended well. And anything else?
I think that's it.
Any favorite memories for you?
I think that was my favorite memory was
Archie trying to kill himself.
Yeah, well, the Archie memory was having Archie.
Good times. But we love you guys. Bye.
Aren't you going to ask us questions?
Don't be a cheater.
Oh, I thought this we got a freestyle? I spit hot fire. I rip and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip.
I feel like one thing that we've always been learning in our 9 months of marriage is always thinking about each other, like every decision.
Roll with the punches.
That's a good one too. But every decision, whether it's like what you're gonna get at the grocery store or
Communication.
I love this. That's you. What you're gonna get at the grocery store, or you know what job you're thinking of, or whatever it is. Like there's this person that you always have to be thinking
Love.
of. And
True
loving.
love.
Loving through everything. My favorite thing about Fallon is how thoughtful and intentional she is about everything she does. I don't know, she's just somebody who inspires me to be like, everything in life matters. And Fallon knows that. She's always known that.
You're like that too.
I'm sometimes, but when I forget, I think of Fallon. And
My favorite memory of Elyse is thinking about our parents' friendship. Our moms were very close friends since probably middle school, but definitely through high school. And when Stephanie moved away to Alaska, she would come home pretty much every year, and she would bring Elyse with her. And I remember Stephanie always needing to essentially like temper Elise's reading. Like, Elyse, only 2 chapters today, Elyse, so that she wouldn't run out of books while they were on their trip. And when Elyse wasn't reading, we were in the pool because it was Arizona in the summer. And Elyse, of course, was a big swimmer growing up. And when this particular summer, she had a suit that didn't fit quite right. It was maybe a little too big, and maybe it was a hand-me-down. And I just remember Stephanie yelling across the pool, "Elyse, your Wookiee's hanging out." And I just was looking at my mom like, what is a Wookiee? But I love that your mom has a special language and how close the two of you are. It's awesome. And wishing you and Fallon the best. And I know you have a great, fun support system. Cheers.
Hi, Fallon and Elyse. Thank you so much. This was such a sweet wedding, and we're so excited to celebrate you, and I wish Sam was here with me tonight. I'm going to share with you 2 things. The first is my favorite story of introducing myself to Fallon. So when we first met Fallon, she was moving into Bellingham. She was very excited, a little bit shy, and we were very excited to meet her. And so, we invited her over for dinner that first night, and she was really disappointed because she had just sat down to eat dinner. And so we're like, okay, no worries, we're going to try again. And so Sam, the sweet man that he is, was like, I got this. I'm going to write her a note. She'll come over for dinner soon. So he writes a note and he says, hey, Farrell, please come over for dinner anytime. And of course, he confused Fallon with Farrell, like Will Ferrell instead of Jimmy Fallon. And that's where our friendship really began, and I'm so excited it did. And I'm so grateful for all the time we had in Bellingham. My best piece of marriage advice, I'm not that wise yet, but it's to continually love one another, challenge one another, and find humor in the best things, and I know you will. I wish you 2 the very best, and come visit us in Spokane soon.
So Elyse and Fallon, one piece of advice that someone gave to me that I really value, that you all can use, is if you wait until the last minute, it'll only take a minute.
You should have asked for good advice instead of just advice. I'm going to talk about my favorite memory of Elyse and Fallon, and that is when Elyse and Fallon met over brunch. And Kaylin and I had a whole scheme where we wanted to introduce the 2 of you, but we had to do it slyly, like do it in a chill way where it felt very organic and natural, which I think it felt like that to you guys, but it really was very planned. And we planned it as my return from Malaysia brunch, but it was really the Introduce Elyse and Fallon brunch. And I'm so glad that you 2 fell in love, and just so inspired and happy for you. I love you.
This is a reenactment from the water on Fallon and Elyse's perfect dates. We've been at Steady State for for a really long time.
I'm really loving the lack of coaching right now. It's just, I'm really in the zone.
I wonder where Fallon is. Where did she say to stop? Were we supposed to be at Ballard or Fremont? I don't see them. Oh, wait. I think that's them. Down there by the city lights. In front of the Space Needle.
How romantic.
It does look really romantic. Why are we still rowing? And scene.
Fallon always made us stop underneath the trees where the birds were pooping and stunk so bad. They were so gross. And we would smell Theo chocolates. It would be so wonderful. And then she would place us right underneath the pooping bird trees.
Yeah, that's true. That would happen. And my favorite thing about Fallon is I was a very terrible rower, and she always made me feel really included, and I wanted to keep coming back because she just has such a big heart, and she really welcomes everyone and makes you feel really special.
I really love how Fallon helps me with my core workouts. She instructed Charlie to jump on the back of me while I was doing plank, and it just was that extra little bit of weight that I needed to push me to my best self. So I appreciate that, Fallon.
And I really, really, really love her smile and her laughter, and being around you when you're laughing and smiling is just infectious, and it's just so much fun.
Thank you, Fallon, for teaching Devin how to row. I really appreciate that. It's improved my life.
I think a wonderful date night, if Elyse can be persuaded, would be to do the double smackdown for I Love Sushi. I think it would be a really good bonding activity.
We love you both and wish you the best.
Congratulations! This is one of our favorite memories of Fallon.
Yes. Okay, so when I came out to Brooke
I didn't
twice.
remember because the first time Megan was vacuuming and I didn't hear her.
No, you were vacuuming.
Yeah, I was vacuuming. I
Anyway.
didn't hear her saying it.
Then I came out. It was a very special moment, very
And then she
deep,
ran away.
emotional. Yeah. And then we got lunch with Fallon, and Fallon casually goes, this is literally like the day of. She goes, so Megan, how are you with your sexuality? And I fucking lost it. I was like, Brooke, how could you betray me like this? I am so, my trust has been broken. It will never be the same. And
But-
Brooke turns to me and goes,
And the beautiful thing was I didn't know why Megan was mad at me because I didn't hear her come out to me. But this whole scenario just speaks to how much Fallon knows every single person that she interacts with.
so deeply.
That even without knowing that earlier that day, Megan had told me that, she didn't quite know where she fell in the love spectrum. She just, could look into Megan's eyes and say,
she gay.
Something is going on there. But we rode with Megan, or
Fallon.
We rode with Fallon in college, and there are too many wonderful memories to even count.
Seriously.
But that one is just so indicative to how in tune she is with all the people that she touches. And it's just that is the most Fallon thing there ever could be.
Fallon makes everyone's life
better, happier, lovelier, and we've only seen that grow
with Elyse.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Megan went on one date with Elyse one time.
One time, it was very platonic. It was fine. We had sandwiches. It was good.
But then later, Fallon started dating Elyse, and that was it.
You could tell just by the way she spoke about her.
Well, and a few days, maybe a couple weeks before that, I was talking to Fallon, and she was like, I don't know if I'll find love. Maybe I'll be alone forever, but that's fine because I've got Charlie. And then she went on a date with Elyse, and it was done.
Yeah.
That was it.
Instantaneous.
It was perfect.
So needless to say, we're so happy for you. This is the second message I'm leaving you, and I'm much more intoxicated this time, so I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Yes, I'm getting a thumbs up. Yes.
Yeah, but I dragged you here this time.
So we love you guys
so much.
We're so happy for you.
More than words.
And we're so excited to keep playing the What Happened on This Date game with you for literally
Forever.
the rest of time. So
Forever.
we love you guys. We wish you nothing but happiness. But yeah, we love you.
Too much.
So some of my favorite memories with Fallon were in high school driving around in their old Land Rover Discovery, which was always breaking down for some reason. driving over 520 bridge with the heat meter being on the edge and about to be overheating and not sure what to do. We used to take that car, if there was a big hill, we would just put it in neutral and just go down and then back up and then back up. It was always so fun. And I think my favorite thing about Fallon is just how free-spirited she is. That's the word that always comes to mind. She's just always knows where she's going but doesn't at the same time. I just love her, and I feel like she just makes you feel at home the moment you're with her. And my marital advice for them would be just to communicate, which I feel like they already do. They're amazing at that. But communication about just how you're feeling and how to be the best version of yourself is key to success. And I love you, Elyse. I'm so happy that Fallon found you, and you two are perfect. I love you.
Hey, Fallon and Elyse. I just wanted to say I love you both so much. Thank you for including me, and more so, thank you for taking me in as part of your family. It's so clear how much you guys love each other, and I'm so happy you found each other. Mwah.
Hi, Elyse and Fallon. My advice to you is to be gentle with each other, and that your wife is always right.
Yeah, my advice is basically to listen to Kate. I think that's great advice. Gosh, advice I wish we'd been given: start therapy immediately. It's it's not for the weak of heart. Getting married, the whole thing, and be damned with shame all around. So if you need help, ask for it, as is true in any part of life. I think that stands true for a relationship too. And I think shame doesn't have any place anywhere. In the bedroom, at the dinner table, with your family, nowhere. We're just done with it. So walk tall and proud in the love that you both share, and it's going to make the world a better place. I have absolutely no doubt. So I'm so honored to be a part of today, and love you both dearly. And also, my recruiting pitch is not going away. So I'm not really going to rest until you're at home for quite a while. So much love.
We are Elyse's parents, and we love her so much. How about you, honey? Do you love her?
Ditto. We're really happy that she found Fallon, and along with Pat, Fallon's family. Just can't say enough about that.
Elyse is a intellectual. She's always been a real thinker, and Fallon is a March 3rd baby. I'm a March 9 birthday. We're Pisces. We like to cause trouble. So I'm very excited because she will add excitement to Elyse's life, and Elyse will add stability to her life. And we know that. And Jay and I have been together 36 years, and we wish them that many years and more. And we just think they're a wonderful couple. And we've had a big fun time tonight. How about you, honey?
Yeah, and it's nice to meet the Sullivans in a social setting that includes lots of other people and lots of activities, and we're learning more about them, and it's just all good.
And we want to be included in lots and lots and lots of stuff in their life. So we hope we hang in there for a really long time. Now your turn, Deborah. Get on over here.
Having known Jay and Stephanie for many, many years, and then Elyse from before she was even born, I'm just so overwhelmed with joy that she's found love in her life, and Fallon could not be a better person. So, cheers.
Hi, Elyse and Fallon. What a wonderful wedding party, just a great night, and we had no idea we would win the longest married couple, but we did. With a little cheating, our anniversary is June 5th. That'll be 40 years. But we just want to tell you we'll be long gone when you are celebrating 40 years, but we know you can do it, and we're rooting for you. We can see all the love, and that's what I had to say.
Well, since we had short notice to think about it, I think the big thing to remember is everyone that's here tonight is here to support you. So you're going to have your ups and downs, your knockdown, dragouts, but think about this night and how you felt this night, especially when you're married 40 years. Seems like it just happened a few years ago, but years start start ticking off fairly quickly. So, hey, the best of luck to you. We had just a great time, not only tonight, but last night and especially tonight. But just remember, everyone is here to support you, not through just this first year, but through all 40 years. Good luck with that. We love you.
Hi, Fallon and Elyse. Congratulations. I just wanted to say we're so happy to be here with you. When I first met Fallon and I saw you two together, I knew that you guys had something special. Almost basically like what you said earlier today, you guys kind of fit each other really well. And so we're so happy that we're here to celebrate with you.
Elyse and Fallon, again, thank you so much for having us here at your wedding. We've had a great time. We're continuing to have a great time. We know you'll continue to have a great time in the rest of your times together. And if It 3 ever does come out, we're going to watch it together, and we're going to pretend that we're actually enjoying it just like we did last time.
My favorite memory of Elyse is when she was deciding what college to go to. And one of the cons of Smith College was the bitchy East Coast girls. And I'm incredibly lucky that she decided to give us bitchy East Coast girls a chance because it meant that I got to meet her.
My prompt is my favorite date night, which I think is a double date with us. So whether we're coming to Seattle or Tacoma or you're coming to Indianapolis, you have to let us know. Also, Elyse, my favorite memory of us is the only time I've ever met you, when we went to a death metal brewery, and I absolutely loved it. And I've been waiting to see you ever since. So it's such a dream to see you and Fallon get married.
Congrats, guys.
Congratulations.
All right, Myra, let's do it. Hup, 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 hup. There you go. Yeah, all right, Celeste, let's bring it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right, next up. Yeah, backstroke, I love it. Woo. All right, breaststroke, yeah, Laura. Hoo. And here comes Terry. Yeah, all right, here's my advice to both of you, Elyse and Fallon. If you work as hard as you did at swimming and rowing, you're going to be super successful. Love you both.
My favorite thing about Elyse is she is so genuine in everything she does, and my favorite thing about Fallon is she loves every dog snap I send her. No matter how many I send, every single one is she's delighted by.
Hey, you guys, I love you guys so much, and if Elyse is anything like the friend she was to all of us, she will make a wonderful fucking wife. So cheers to you guys.
Hey, my advice for Elyse and Fallon is just to be authentic and be honest with each other.
Hey, Elyse and Fallon, super happy for you guys. My advice for you is to find a way to just giggle at the parts of each other's personalities that drive each other nuts, because it makes life so much easier.
I love you both, and I love you both because you love all of us.
Woohoo! Story about Elyse is when she took the four-wheeler and ran it straight into the ocean, so that maybe she could use some practice in outdoor adventure.
I met Elyse when she was born, and she had the dog howling outside the hospital, and it was the most beautiful thing, and I've been in love with her ever since. So it's been a good life. I do remember having our son Clayton and Elyse cooking for us. They'd put on chef's hats, and then they'd choose a menu. We'd get menus. They would set up the whole thing, and Jay and Stephanie and Pete and I would sit there and just be served like we were kings and queens while they were doing their stuff. So Elyse is naturally talented in that department.
And your mother and dad love you more than anything else in the world. So I'm sure you'll know that, but you'll never forget it. And they're very happy that you're with Fallon, who's a rower and going to go into a triathlon, is training. So, okay.
Elyse, since we've known her since birth and before, I would say I've never seen Elyse so happy. So I feel really good about this, and I think they're both got the best people in the world.
So the key to a happy marriage is that we know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we are the best of friends. And so if there's a weakness, my wife helps me understand what that is and helps me improve on that. So that is phenomenal.
Hi, you two. So we've been married 37 years, and I think the key to a happy marriage is to listen to one another and not take yourself too seriously, to always try to look in humor in a stressful situation, and support one another. He's my best friend, and he understands where we aren't, when we may not see things the same way. He's able to listen, and I try to do the same. Yeah, we are having a great time
much
tonight.
fun.
I'm so happy to be here to celebrate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you.
Anyhow, I think we're kind of wanting to go around and say what our favorite like date ideas are, and of course I've got an idea for that. Like, I think you guys should come to Homer. That's where I'm at now. And as soon as you get there, I got a whole itinerary planned for what to do. But yeah, thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun. It's the most I've cried, the most I've danced, and the most I've laughed in like long time.
Thank you so much. It's been a great time, and it's not over yet. But
The night is young.
my favorite, yeah, except for me, I don't know how long it'll last. But my favorite date idea is to go find a wild hot springs. A hot springs that's kind of on a chart somewhere you got to hike into, and just go enjoy that. Maybe even camp nearby. So that's a great date night right there.
Carmen?
Okay, so my favorite date idea is for you two to come to Missoula, and we'll go to the dog park, and Charlie and Archie and June and Zola are gonna have a great time, and we'll just do a repeat of the last time you were there. And that sounds great to me. So thank you guys so much for having us here. This is the best party ever, and as Emma said, too many aviators, and here we are.
Yeah. Fallon and Elyse, thank you so much for the great party, the great fun, and the launching of your life together. We've been married a few years, and we have quite a bit to show for it, and I know that you will too at some point. Greatest date, boy, there's lots of them. I really enjoyed the month-long trip to Scotland and lots of bike riding. Mark and I, when we very first got together, we did lots of bike riding, and it's always been a favorite. Nowadays, we like to golf, but my favorite is when we go on a long hike, about 8 miles, and Mark has prepared an awesome lunch of smoked salmon and all sorts of goodies that remind us of our time together in Alaska. So we love you. We hope that you have smooth seas in your marriage. Just remember everything you heard tonight, everything from your dad and your friends: respect, love, trust. I mean, we could name them, and you've heard them all tonight. So we love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Woohoo!
Fallon, I love you so much, and I just, we're having a great time. We put so much time and energy and love into planning this, and everyone is here, and it's just as good as we thought it would be. So, yeah.
And this is for Elyse. Elyse, I love you so much, and I just can't wait for life with you. And tonight was maybe the best night of my whole life. What else? You're also my very best friend in the whole world. And I think I just want to say thank you, babe. You're the best. Yeah.